Alright, guys, today's episode. What's going on, guys? DJ Pakman here. We have another episode of the late night show starring DJ Pakman. And I have a very special guest for you guys today. I'd like all of you to please help me welcome my good friend. But you know what? Before he comes on the stage, let's talk about him a little bit. This is Charley Trappin, alright? In the house. Let me tell you how I met this guy. I was DJing at a function somewhere. He comes up to me. He's like 16 years old. Comes up to me and he's like, "Hey man, can I DJ?" And I was like, "Man, get out of here." And he was like, "No, for real. Let me DJ." I was like, all right. And I had turntables and everything. And he gets on and he just starts scratching it up. Like, I don't even know how to scratch. And I've been learning, but this kid comes and he just like tears it up on the turntables, and I'm like, what the heck is going on here? So please, with that, help me welcome Charley Trappin in the building. Let's go.
Let's go.
What's up, man?
What's up, my boy? How you doing?
Hey, good.
Good. What's up, everybody?
All right, so why you gotta show me up like that?
I didn't mean to. I was trying to impress you. I wanted you to see that. I knew what was going on. I was young, you know?
So at that time, Charley Trappin was like, "I want to get work from you." But I turned around and was like, "Let me work for you." When did you start DJing?
I started DJing when I was like 13 or 14, going to flyer parties at a very young age. My mom, she was down, so whatever. I was going. And I got inspired, like, seeing the street DJs at that time that were killing it. And I was like, oh, dang, like, this is really cool. And then seeing DJ AM, that was sick. Like, during that time when he was alive, that was really inspiring. My boy Pakman right here, he was, killing it when I was younger, you know?
If he didn't say that name, like, a little tear was coming out. I was like, all right, he better say my name, all right?
I say the best for last.
There it is. Look, man, I got to say something, I feel like that's a really cool thing to have parents that support that kind of lifestyle.
Yeah, she for sure was a little scared. Obviously, she wasn't sure what to expect me going out, and obviously people are drinking and doing things, but I had to convince her that I was responsible, not going to be doing nothing like that. The people I was going with were pretty responsible too, not doing that much stuff like that, and that we were really going out there to, like, I was trying to learn to DJ, I was trying to network and be out there. And she, to an extent, understood, like, okay, like, this is what you have to do, and that, I really... Thank God my mom for doing that.
Absolutely. I'll tell you a story, man. When my mom found out I wanted to be a DJ, she freaked out.
Understandably.
Yeah. So let me ask you a question. Were you like that TikTok video where, I don't know if you've seen it, but there's like this mom really worried for her son that's like, partying?
My mom was really worried. Yeah, she would be like texting me all the time and scared at first. She just didn't know what to expect, She thought... you see she saw the news and she saw what was going on during that time, so she was like, oh man. But luckily, I would come home and I wouldn't be blackout drunk every time or whatever. Yeah. I would be pretty normal, and I was like, Mom, I was just out there DJing. I went to like 3 different parties and I DJed at 3 different gigs, and I didn't have time to do that, And then she started to like trust me, like, oh, okay, he's really out there making a little bit of money, having fun, and putting my name out there, I guess.
No, absolutely, bro. In that TikTok video, so the mom is like super worried about her son partying, and it's like, mom worried about son doing drugs at party, and she's like, like crossing her fingers, super worried, and then it goes to the next scene. And then the son is like doing drugs at the bar. Like, let's go. Was that you?
Sometimes, all the time.
Hey, glad you could admit it, man. All right, so that inspired you to become a DJ. You had the support from the parentals. I think that's awesome. How'd you grow, man? Like, what's your story now?
Well, pretty much, yeah. Just DJing so much from high school. I established a little bit of a reputation, I guess you could say, for myself. People really liked me and remembered me, and I did a lot of gigs when I was in high school and stuff. It kind of slowed down a little bit after high school because I wasn't exactly 21, and the gigs where people were doing were like 21 and over.
Sure.
And that was like where my people were, so I kind of had to take a little backseat to that. But basically, as soon as I turned 21, it was back on, and I've been doing clubs and bars and stuff like that. And I feel like that's really helped me put my name out there, and basically just kind of... You're grinding and paying your dues while doing all this until you find something, the biggest thing you want to do, And That's really what it's all about right there.
I'm so glad you said that, man, because that's, when you start DJing, that's a big part of it. You got to pay your dues.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, not everyone just pops off, their first couple times DJing or whatever. And if you do, sometimes if you're not that good, it'll be realized.
Yeah.
And you don't last. But definitely, paying your dues is definitely a big thing.
And I also feel like that has a lot to do with why, clubs take advantage of DJs.
Yeah, they do.
Clubs, it's like you're DJing at a club and they know you want the clout.
Yeah, exactly.
They know you want it and you're willing to do it.
Yeah, and they're going to expect you just to promote, maybe not get paid unless you have X amount of people come, and you won't even get a good set or whatever, and that happens in a lot of random club places in Hollywood or whatever. They exploit the young DJs trying to come up, and I've been victim to that, so that's how I already know. All right, so
we all have.
Everyone has, So don't think you're the only ones if y'all have.
No, of course, and that's a good note for all the DJs. Absolutely, yeah. You got to pay your dues, and
that's obviously part of paying your dues too. Kind of getting screwed over or whatever. Just getting your experience out there and learning okay. Maybe I won't do this next time, I'll just do it my own way,
Absolutely. Or maybe even just looking at it differently, right? Maybe not thinking you're getting screwed over, more like an investment.
Yes, into your future, your experience.
Exactly.
Uh-huh.
All right, man. So you DJ, you're getting your name out there, but I know that you also do some production.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Produce a lot of music, a lot of hip-hop and EDM stuff. I bounce around just whatever I'm feeling, whatever vibe I'm in, for sure. But definitely, I like producing. I like recording music and stuff like that. I feel like as a DJ, you gotta do multiple things within the music. It's hard just to stick to this.
Absolutely. You know what? I actually agree with that, man. It's either you're producing or you're becoming really good at scratching.
Yeah, like a turntable list.
You gotta have something.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? You gotta have something, and that's something that I think people don't understand, man, because DJing, you're kind of producing on the spot.
Oh yeah, for sure. Mm-hmm.
Matching
beats and finding the vibe, and then it's also watching the people and seeing what they like, because you can play what you like, but if they're not feeling it, it's okay, you gotta switch it up real quick and put. It's a lot that really goes into it that I think people don't always understand.
No, absolutely. When did you figure out that the crowd was important? What was your first moment that you realized, okay, I gotta pay attention to what's going on out there?
Honestly, at a flyer party when I was in high school or whatever. EDM was kind of the thing. It was king basically, but also hip hop. There were still also hip hop heads, So for me, I was playing a lot of EDM, thinking okay, that's what I'm gonna just do because that's what was going on right now. But then when I was doing that, the couple DJs before me or after me were gonna be doing that too. You could tell people wanted something different. And when I would go up there and I was playing kind of the same stuff, I could tell okay, people aren't necessarily dancing the same. I could tell what kind of crowd is out there. And when I played a hip hop song, I just saw the crowd be start dancing, and I was all right, that's the pop that you want, and you're gonna stick with that kind of vibe. And then it's been the same ever since. Even if I'm at a bar doing a gig or even at the Citadel doing something, you can see the people what they're into.
No, exactly, and that's another lesson I think for DJs, right? Because I feel like a lot of DJs, they get into the scene and they're I want to play what I want to listen to.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Which is easy to fall into that because, you want to, but that's why I feel like you have to be really diverse with your music and be okay, you can't just be stuck in that box because then you're not going to capture the whole crowd.
Right.
I think for me, I had to learn to like reggaeton and that's been what's popping off lately. And I don't know much. I didn't know much about it, but I'll tell you what, I know a lot more about it now because that's what's popping off, and you gotta stay versatile.
You gotta learn.
You gotta learn.
Can you imagine a Hispanic wedding, bro, and you're playing nothing but trap?
Yeah, exactly. It's not gonna work, or EDM stuff. That's not what they want to hear. They want to hear reggaeton and cumbias and stuff like that, mixed in with maybe some hip hop and stuff, but not just all that. So.
And you're at a Hispanic club playing nothing but trap, and everyone's looking at you, and you're back there jamming.
Doing your thing. You need to have the girls dancing. That's number one. You get the girls dancing, then everything else will be okay. Don't worry about the guys.
That's true, man. That's true. And I think that's another really good point that you just brought, man. When you're DJing, you're not thinking about what you like as music. You're thinking about what the crowd likes as music, but you're also thinking about another very important thing, which is the bar has to make money.
Oh yeah, for sure. And you got to play songs that are up tempo, whatever's popping in the moment to get people excited to spend money. Definitely getting girls into it because that's where the guys will spend for the girls. It's all, DJing is a lot of psychology, you know. You gotta be ready, willing to
Absolutely
accept
man.
that and open to that and understand it, basically.
Absolutely, man. And what's your story? What's your story in regards to like the worst experience you've had as a DJ?
Oh man.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Maybe one of the worst experiences. It's kind of tough. I don't want to say I have a worse experience because I feel like I rock almost every party, every event I've done. So it's hard to say I've had a bad experience. But I have had gigs where I feel like I hate, as most DJs, we all hate requests, obviously.
Oh.
I don't like taking requests, honestly. I want to just play what I want to play. But if I could see the vibe's not right and they're asking, then I'll take some. I had a gig where they were asking me for songs that I had no idea of. It was like some hardcore, like banda norteño, like Mexican shit stuff that I did not have, and I felt super bad because I wanted to deliver that for their event. That's what they wanted, you know. I mean, I was playing hip hop and everything, and they liked it, but they wanted some other hardcore shit. So what I had to do was break out to Spotify, like connect it all in the moment from my computer to my mixer to my phone and everything, find the chords, and then I was able to at least do that. But in the moment when they were asking me, I felt so like stressed and anxiety because I was like, oh my god, like I don't have that. And I was telling them no, and I could see in their faces they were like, ugh, like, you know, they're getting drunk. I'm in the hood. I'm like, okay. I was like, let me figure out what I can do. You feel me? So then luckily I busted that out, and then I kind of saved it, and I was okay. But that was for sure like a anxiety situation right there.
No, yeah, man, yeah, for sure. How'd you get that gig? What was your?
I'm trying to think if that was maybe through you.
Oh,
through
no.
Famous. Honestly, don't remember. I feel like it may have been through Famous, so it's okay. I delivered for you. You know?
Okay. Yeah, no, we've definitely gotten a lot of gigs that are like that for sure. Yeah, it happens a lot. And you know, we always try to take care of the clients and whatnot. That
Always,
I think that's
number
fine.
one.
So now, has all of these experiences, you know, as you've been out there DJing at different clubs, different bars, different parties, does that influence you, like how you produce music?
Definitely, because you see what the crowd likes, and then especially I feel like I'm tapped in with music coming out, new stuff, like, you know, before it maybe becomes a radio hit per se or whatever. And, you know, when you see what they're reacting to and they like it, it's like, okay, then you know, like, I need to produce something along those lines or close to that, or, you know, if it's more up-tempo. Or, I feel like with the seasons, too, people react differently to certain songs, so you need to stick with that, you know? Like, when it's colder time, people like more chill, like, sad kind of stuff, I feel like. When the summer, upbeat party, you know what I mean? And that's kind of how it goes.
I learned that through through producer friends, actually. I think it was you that told me that during the winter time, music doesn't get released as much.
Oh, yeah, definitely. By the time it's December, artists, like November, December, artists are turning in their last albums or mixtapes or songs or whatever that are going to get released for the beginning of the next year coming out, because they're not working. They're on vacation. They're chilling. The Grammys already did all that. Like the quarters for the record companies already all done by the time it's December. So artists aren't putting out no music, or they're putting out music of stuff that's already been made. They're not in the studio doing it usually.
And that makes a lot of sense because you know, summertime is where it's hot and people want to party.
Exactly, and that's when they're actually working and doing all that. I mean, they're going out and doing their stuff too, but that's when they're working, making all these songs and doing everything. So that way, by the time the end of the quarter or the end of the year comes, that's it. Like, they're turning their last things and they're chilling.
And if you think of like the Christmas time is where people want to be at home with their families, corporate, you know, Christmas parties.
Exactly. You want to kind of just have fun.
Low,
Exactly.
you know, lay low type.
Yeah, you're not going as hard, you know, during the holiday season, obviously. You know, that's the time to...
I mean, I've seen some Christmas parties.
They get crazy, yeah, for sure.
Especially here in California, you know, we get that weather where it's like, okay.
It's not snowing, so people are down to go out. It's a little nippy, but it's not that bad.
No, but I totally get it, man. Yeah, and I never thought about that, like, ahead of time, you know? Like, when I was DJing, I never thought about, like, oh, producers and musicians, it's all summertime. They're all ready for the summertime.
Yep, exactly. And working through the summer, and then that's it. After that, they're done. Like, I mean, unless you're a hardcore and you're really about it, I'm sure some of them are, but mainly the studios and record labels, they're like done by the time it's December, January. Like, people aren't really even in offices. That's when they take their vacations and stuff like that.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. No, that makes total sense. All right, man. So you get inspired by the people, the things that you do. What else is like a big inspiration for you when you're producing music?
All the gigs we do help definitely, because I'm seeing, like I said, what people like, and you're out there and when you play your music and you see people react to it, it's like, oh dang, that's cool. I have friends that produce music and do stuff too in the scene, I guess you could say. And when I go to their shows and I am like turning up with them and I'm seeing everything, that's big inspiration right there. It's like, like I know you can do this. Like it's right there. And yeah, just, and I feel like what's cool about music is just always new music coming out. It never stops. So it's like, next week or in 2 weeks there could be a banger that Drake or Cardi B, the Migos, somebody drops. That could be the next thing. And like, I feel like I get a kick out of playing those hit songs and seeing people react to them and like,
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Have you done remixes? Do you do remixes?
I haven't really made any edits that I feel like are finished or ready to go because, it's a little tough, to make a good one sometimes, I feel like. But yeah, definitely I have a few I'm working on, definitely.
Well, I better be the first person you hand them to.
I'll let you know for sure. I have a lot of originals that I made. Like I'll produce like the beat from scratch or whatever, EDM and hip hop stuff.
Yeah,
definitely.
Yeah.
But yeah, remixes, yeah.
I've definitely heard your EDM stuff. I think it's magnificent.
Thank you.
That's the word of the day today, magnificent. I don't know where that came from, but it sounds fancy, so magnificent.
Positive vibes is what we're on.
No, your EDM tracks for sure, man. Like when I first heard them, I was like, oh my god, like this is banger music.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah. So I'm trying to push that and get that out there. That along with the hip hop stuff. Just bouncing around and dropping music. For sure, with the pandemic, a lot of things got slowed down. So
sure,
we'll give that to credit to that. But definitely, once everything is it's already starting to open up now.
Right.
I'm gonna be putting music out and doing all that because I've been working, so I got stuff ready to go.
Yeah, and I also I remember you did a stream not so long ago. It was called Dabo's Playhouse.
Yes, we did that.
Yeah. Do you have that coming up?
Yeah. Well,
I'm like putting you on the spot.
I know. I can see us. I'm like, oh damn.
We're live.
Yeah, no, definitely Dabo's Playhouse definitely should and will come back. Cause the last time we did it was lit. I had a couple people sending me videos, and they had little house gatherings for that. And they've been asking for it. It's a crowd favorite. So
yeah, I've been asking.
Yeah, he's been asking. So definitely where we're at right now. Maybe in June we can set that up and do something, man. And do like a summer, kick off the summer Dabo's Playhouse.
Yeah. Also, what I really want to do? I want to get all of our guys together and just do like a all day type stream. I know
that'd be dope. That would honestly be dope. Get pizza, have everyone be here. We can turn up.
Yeah,
a couple hours, or everyone do an hour. Do like 4 hour stream or whatever, and that'd be sick. Get everything set up,
like a good barbecue. Yeah, exactly. Get some burgers.
Yeah, see, that'd be nice. You guys tune in for that. That could be the famous BBQ stream or something.
What do you do with burgers, man? Do you put the patty first, then the lettuce, then the tomato, and then the ketchup?
That's a good question.
Or do you put the patty, then the ketchup, and then the vegetables?
So usually the patty will be done, but I leave it to the side, I think. I put the condiment first, the mayo.
Okay.
Put mayo, then I put lettuce, pickles, tomato, onions. Oh, yeah. Wait, hold up. That's a good one, actually. No. What I do, actually, you put the bun, condiments, mayo, mustard. Then I put lettuce, and then you put the patty on top of the lettuce. And then you put tomato and onions on the top.
That's a new way to do it.
Yeah, tomato, onions, and pickles on the top with maybe you want to put another little mayo, mustard, or ketchup or something with that.
For sure, that's definitely a new way to do it.
The lettuce is like the bed, and you put the patty on top of that, and then you put everything else.
I never even thought about it that way. I always grab the bread, put mayo, put the patty, and then
put everything else on top.
The patty is the bed.
Yeah. For everything else.
Yeah.
Usually I put the lettuce as my bed, and then the meat, and then the onions, tomatoes, and the pickles.
All right, man. The world wants to know, what do you think of people who do lettuce wrapped burgers? Tell the truth, man. Tell the truth.
You know what? If you're going to be healthy and you don't want the no carb thing, then okay, more power to you, because I feel you. It's 2021 is what we're doing.
That's not what you told me.
But personally, I eat burgers with the bread. I eat everything. I mean, I guess you could say unhealthy. I eat it the right way. If that's the unhealthy way, then that's what it is. But I eat things the right way. I don't put pineapple on my pizza. I don't eat lettuce burgers, whatever. I eat it.
The show was going so well, bro. The show was going good, and okay, so pineapple does not belong on pizza.
Pineapple does not belong on pizza. Let me tell you that right now.
Okay,
that's just I've had it before. I'm not gonna be like I've never had it and just disgusted by it. I've tried it, so I've given it its chances. It's not for me. Yeah. But you know what? To be fair though, I only like pepperoni pizza. I'm very classic with that. I only like pepperoni pizza. I don't really like sausages pizza. I mean, it's okay, but.
The producer just told me that like half our viewers just dropped.
Damn, guys, what happened? Why are we tripping for?
No, that's cool, man. Everybody has their preference. It is what it is. What I've tried. I tried this a couple years ago, and I didn't think it was gonna be good, but it was so freaking delicious. Jalapeno on pizza, bro.
It's actually good with pepperoni. It actually is. I'm not even gonna front. I've had that. It was a little. I'm a little girl when it comes to spiciness. I don't like spicy foods at all. So jalapenos are a little spicy sometimes, but with the pizza and everything, and when it's done just right, oh yeah, it actually tastes really good.
Bro, are you? I've never asked what ethnicity you are.
I'm Guatemalan and French.
Guatemalan and French.
Yeah, my dad's French, like Creole Indian. That's like my dad's side.
Oh, okay.
And then my mom is like straight up Guatemalteca,
Okay.
born in Guatemala, all that. Yeah.
So the fact that you don't like spices comes from like
I think my dad's side,
French side.
yeah, the French Indian. He's like it's like I don't know if it's really French or if it's more Creole because like Creole Indian is like mixed with like a French kind of thing. So it's like a mixture of that, like on my dad's side. So, but my mom for sure is just straight up.
Okay. Does your mom like spices? Is she like into spices?
Just a little bit, not too much either. No.
Okay.
So yeah, so it could be actually from my mom's side actually too that she doesn't like it either. Yeah.
Oh, for sure, dude. I had to learn how to like spices.
I've gotten better because I feel like it does add flavor. I've come to understand that, like, okay, it does add a certain level of flavor.
Yeah.
But man, I can't handle it. My mouth gets on fire.
No, yeah, man. And here's the reason why. I started realizing that every single Mexican likes spices, and I'm Mexican, and I was like, I can't be doing this. So I forced myself to learn how to like spices. I started off with, tapatio.
Yeah, okay, yeah. So I'm kind of doing the same thing. I'm starting off with those kind of hot sauces. Like, okay, I'll put it on stuff here and there, like the ramen or something, And I'm like, okay, it's not too bad.
Yeah.
And I'm upgrading to like, okay, I'll have a little salsa at the restaurant or something, and yeah. I feel you.
So what are you working on next, man? What's coming up next for Charley Trappin?
For sure, I'm aiming more for the summer because it looks like in the summer is when things are going to be opening up. I want to drop a couple EDM tracks that I've had done basically. Just been waiting to drop them at the right time. So I want to do that. I have a couple hip hop tracks where I have me and maybe another friend, rapper artist of mine that I'm good friends with, working on. I'm waiting for his verse to come in, and then I'll have a couple hip hop tracks done too. So I'm gonna be releasing stuff. I'm just trying to figure out what's the right timing for it, especially with the pandemic going on or ending. So I'm trying to figure out when would be a good time to drop it. But definitely I have music coming out. And definitely DJing, catch me at your local bar or club real soon because I'm going to be there rocking it. So.
Absolutely, man. It's funny that you mentioned that because we're getting, leads galore, man. They're just coming in.
Perfect. So we ready. We've been ready.
Definitely, man. So what are you going to play for us today?
I'm thinking about playing some hip-hop for sure. I'm going to keep it to what I like. Maybe a little EDM. We'll see where the vibe is when I'm feeling it. I'm actually going to freestyle it. I didn't prepare a set or anything. I was going to see how the vibes went, and I was going to just hop on and just start going, so.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm thinking where I'm at right now, I'm going to start off with hip-hop, so.
Oh, for sure. All right, man, so I got to put you on blast. This is it okay if I put you on blast?
I'm ready, whatever.
Are you ready? We're not going to get in a fight afterwards.
We'll see how bad the question is.
How's the situation for you with the ladies? How's that going for you?
It's popping all the time. I mean, I got no problems in that department if that's what you. I'm just kidding. No, let's play. No, honestly, I have a girl.
Oh,
got a girl. She's awesome. Do a lot of things together and all that. With the pandemic, it was kind of the move. I mean, with everything, was going out there and meeting chicks. I'll tell you that. I don't trust it with the Rona. But definitely got a chick, and she holds it down. And we have a lot of fun, and we do things. So.
All right, man. This is the reason I said I was going to put you on blast. Because the artist, the persona, the brand for DJs and producers is single life.
I feel like it is. Don't get me wrong, because you can have a good time. But you know what? If you can find a chick that supports that.
That's what it's about, man.
Exactly. Because you can still go out there and have a great time, do stuff with your buddies, and you do whatever, and then got a good chick to come back home to that ain't tripping, then there you go. And that's what I feel like I got. So, she doesn't mind if I'm out DJing and doing my thing, and if I don't see her a couple weekends because I'm busy, it's all good.
No, I agree with you, man. I agree with you, man. I'm a married guy.
Yeah.
But if you look at my profile, on Instagram, babe, you're all over the place on my profile. No, but you gotta keep it, and as an artist, just in general, I feel like you gotta have that vibe of I'm ready to party with anybody.
Yeah, exactly. You're ready to be lit. You're not tied down or tangled, whatever. And that's why I feel like, obviously with the pandemic, me and my girl, we got a lot closer. It is what it is. I feel like it was natural with a lot of couples or whatever. But, we have that understanding where it's like, yeah, I'm going to be out here doing my thing. I turn up all the time, a lot of times without her. She's down for the turn up too, so she can go anytime, so I'm not even tripping. But definitely, yeah.
And I agree with you, man. Like, the first thing I told, my wife was the following. And you tell me if you agree, disagree. I'd like to hear your take on it. But the minute we started dating, I said, I'm a DJ.
Yeah.
Like, you're going to have to be okay with a lot of things.
Yeah. No, honestly, I feel like that's important. If you are going to be in the DJ life, artist life, whatever, you're going to have a chick, you got to have that talk with them and be upfront with them. Like, look, there's a lot of things that come with this life that we do, no matter how big or small that you are, things always happen where you may be out till late, you're DJing or whatever. Maybe you're going to have a couple gigs lined up, stacked back to back to back. Maybe you're turning up with girls and stuff and they're dancing around. Like, you have to just have that conversation with them. They're like, hey, but it's,
The pictures.
Exactly, the pictures and everything. Like, you can't, you can't be afraid. You got to tell them they can't be afraid to see that kind of stuff because it's inevitable. It's going to happen,
Exactly.
And then if you find one that's okay with it, then even better. If not, then, don't. Stay true to yourself. Don't change up for them, Then find one that's cool with it because trust they're out there, and then you could have a great time and do what you do. And still have a girl to go back to,
And I think that you put it perfectly, man. Stay true to yourself.
Yes, exactly.
Like, you can't change your passion for people. Like, maybe you could change the way you do your passion, but your passion has to stay the same.
Yes, exactly. It doesn't have to be so crazy. And, don't get me wrong. I've had my fun where I've, meet girls and you do your thing, get drunk, talk. Doesn't mean everything has to lead to, the whole 9 yards or whatever, but it's all talking. And that's what I feel like a lot of girls, if we're in a relationship, they get mad about because just talking to another girl is like, oh my God, that's a whole thing, Yeah. That's why I say you got to really break it down to them like, look, this is part of it. Gonna be talking with them. Maybe sometimes you might get a little they might dance on you. They might just throw it back one time because you're playing a banger. It is what it is. I mean, but
absolutely.
You find one, like I said, that understands that, you're solid.
I think so, man. I agree. I agree with that. All right, man. So it looks like it's about that time where you're about to throw down on the turntables.
Okay, let's kill it.
Are they hot enough for you? Like, do they feel good?
They're a little cold, but I'll tell you what, I'm about to light these mother lovers up, so don't worry.
Yeah, man. So, show the world what we got. And Charley Trappin, thank you so much for being on the show.
No problem.
And
freaking
kill it.
Thank you for having me. I'm excited. I'm excited to show everybody what's going on.
Let's do this.